Well, oh my goodness. Technology today. YouTube was not making it easy for me to go live today. So, hopefully, my friends who were waiting for me at the other chat find their way. Okay, I see the numbers coming in. Okay, Nicole. Look, here's the positive, one of the many positives about being someone who's always on time is that people know if your ass goes missing. Yeah, I said I was here early. I was here 10 minutes early and I set everything up and typed up my description and hit the go live button. And then it was like the circle of death, it was circling and circling and circling. And I was like, okay. And then I thought that I ended it to start a new one. And then I had it was like I was trying to do two live streams at once. Anyway, long story long, YouTube was seeing how committed I was. Jokes on YouTube, I'm committed AF. So, hey, friends. Hey, I was so glad you found me. I see not everybody has found me. Well, I get to trust. I get to just surrender and be present and trust. Who's ever supposed to be here live is here live. And I see my friends in the chitty chat box. So how y'all doing? How y'all doing today? Good thing I made myself a fresh cup of coffee before I sat down to that nonsense. How you feeling? I pulled us a card. I was ready. I was sitting here. While I'm waiting to see how you're feeling in the chat box, I'm going to read this so I can share the card that I pulled for us. Ooh, it's good. Let's see. Feeling good, ready to get into some creativity. Yes. Ready to embody some creativity. Yes. So hard to connect. I know, Camille. It was like the technology gods were testing us this morning. Good day for a strong cup of tea. Yes. Whatever your cup of choice is, it's a good day to have a big one, I think. I think that's the case. So while I was here and waiting on YouTube to connect, I pulled us a card. And as I do, I just say, hey, what would really support us before we embark on this journey? And I pulled, this is from the Starseed Oracle. And I pulled Lifting the Veil. And the keywords are questioning everything. Anything aligned must, I'm sorry. Let me start over. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go, which, sounds great to me. So I'm just going to read just a little snippet. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Like, how fitting is that as we talk about embodiment? Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. You're being called to trust yourself. Ah, the T word. You're being called to trust yourself. Notice what's out of alignment and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. Yes, that's a pretty great card. I love it. All right, I'm going to light my candle. I got my full moon candle that I made. I'm going to light my candle. I'm going to smell my candle because it smells so good. Okay, and I'm going to put this card over here so I can see it while I create. And I am choosing to use the journal that I made in the Explorer's Journal workshop. And the reasoning, because this workbook is specifically for my next writing project. And my next writing project, what came through for me in the journaling that we did in the workshop was It's most likely going to be around, like it's going to be a nonfiction. I don't know if it's going to be memoir style, and it's going to be about trust, trauma, my body, healing. And so we're working on embodiment, and we're working with a body part today. So it seems very fitting that I use my brand new spanking journal for this activity. So I'm going to get to a new page. Ooh. And I'm going to go ahead and glue my page. Let's see in the chat. Nicole says, dang it, why you keep trying to get me to trust myself? I know, I'm the worst. I am like, you start hanging out with me for long enough, man, you're going to sprout that magical, you've already sprouted that magical unicorn horn. You start hanging out with me, you start believing in your deeper truths. That's what word on the street says. All right, I'm getting my page prepared to do the work. So when you hear the word embody, what comes up for you? Put it in the chitty chat box. What comes up for you when you hear the word embody? I instantly want to start touching my body because I go right for the body. It's like, oh, I'm feeling it. It's within me. It's like pulsating. I'm one with whatever it is. What do you think of? Putting it on like a skin suit. Yes, exactly. Skin suit time. Sounds a little funny, but it's true. Skin suit time. To be fully present in your human form. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Fully absorbing the idea, practice, or feeling so it becomes second nature. Yes. I love the word practice. Yes. Creating on the material, is it plane? Yes. Plan, plane, yes. Owning where you are. Ooh, I love that. I love that lens. So, of course, I was like, well, if we're going to be doing some embodiment work, we get to work with the body. So, my vision for today is that we're going to just do some slowing down long enough to like really feel into our bodies. And we're going to honor one specific part of our body today on our page. And then we're going to transform that into a visual reflection. Does that sound deep enough? That little work that we'll be doing. Because this is what we know about embodiment and bodies, specifically bodies. Our bodies carry all the things, right? Our berry. Wow, that's interesting. Yes, some stuff gets buried. That is real. Our bodies carry joy, grief, pain, memories, all the memories. And so what we're going to do today is choose a specific body part and listen and really let that wisdom come onto the page. How does that sound? Y'all into that kind of thing? That works? I mean, that's all I got planned, so hopefully it does. She comes with coffee and jokes. Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee while you tell me in the chat box if you're down. If you're down to getting down with a body part today. Okay, I see you ready. All right, Beautimus. Okay, so in order to do some listening, we get to be quiet. And so I'm going to invite us into doing some breaths. Let's take one breath in together and release. Let's take another breath in and release. Let's take our final third breath in and release. And just stay right there. Maybe you want to close your eyes if they're not already closed. I just want you to pay attention to your body. Maybe you can feel your feet on the floor. If your hand is over your heart, maybe you can feel the beats, the movement, the energy. And I'm inviting you to just do a scan from the top of your head, and feel free to touch your body. It is your body. You are allowed to touch it. Touch your body parts to connect if you feel the need, and do a scan from your head down, just paying attention. What do you feel? Notice when one spot, one area is really speaking to you, trying to capture your attention. What's the body part that wants to get noticed today? Scanning from head all the way down our face, our throat, our chest, our abdomen, the belly, pelvic region, our legs, ankles, our feet, hips, our butt, our back. Take a moment to be there. What's shouting at you right now? Which body part? My invitation is always, when we do this work, is not to control this moment. Don't choose the body part that you want to work with. Choose the body part that is choosing itself. Let's take another breath here and release. You're not going to choose wrong. That's impossible. And when you're ready, I would love for you to open your eyes and to write that body part name on your paper. And mine was my left ear. I would have never chosen that if you gave me 50 choices. And that is the power of listening, because I never would have chosen my left ear ever. So this should be interesting. Shoulders, or specifically the right shoulder. Ooh, I love that it's specific. Yes. If anybody feels called to share that, their body part in the chat, please. I would love to see what we're working with today. Shoulders. I'm moving my shoulders as I'm reading this. Neck. All right, we're going to do some journaling first. Oh, leading into the neck, jaw. Okay, great. So we're just getting curious. We're getting curious. We don't need to know anything right now. We're just noticing. Let me grab my first prompt for us. Actually, before we do a prompt, I'm going to shake things up. Let's just take a pen, a pencil, crayon, um, and let's lightly trace the body part on our page. Don't worry if you're like, I don't know how to draw that. I have no idea how I need to draw my left ear. Okay. So this gets to be imaginative. Use your imagination. I am. So I am going to imagine my ear might look something like this. It also looks like a vagina. Well, we are working with body parts. So, oh, my left ear is bringing in the laughter. I love that. Shocker. If we can't laugh at ourselves, y'all, if we can't. All right. So, just a light tracing of your body part. We're not trying to get anything right here. And I'm wondering if we can pause here and we can, maybe you want to touch that body part. How does it feel? Does it feel warm? Does it feel tingly? Is it telling you anything? Maybe write down 2 or 3 sensory words for that body part. And we can just, be writing. We're going to be working on this page. We're going to be journaling here. We're going to be doing our thing here. So just wherever you write is going to be great. So the words that came up for me around my ear were toughness, tender, and intentional. And I'm already in the noticing that the journal prompts that I did in the Explorer's Journal workshop had a duality to them of hardness and softness. And now I'm seeing that show up here. So we're just noticing anything that might be coming up. Everything's important. It all matters. So just collecting any information that's like coming through, just being curious. Okay, now we're ready to do some journaling. Let me grab my journal prompt and I'm going to put it in the chitty chat box for us. All right, here I come. So the prompt for your body part is recall one moment when this part of your body carried you powerfully. We're just going to spend about 2 minutes here. And if you don't know, ask it. Okay, finish up wherever you're at. Next prompt is, if this body part could speak today, what would it whisper? And now, from whatever you just wrote, could you pull one word out that would encompass whatever that body part said to you? One word. And just write it down. And if you want to share your word in the chat, that would be beautiful. Ooh, appreciation. Love that. Ooh, veil. Love that too. Now ask your body part for a color that you have access to. And we're going to move some color around on our page. Ooh, aware. And it's okay if you color over your line drawing of your body part. And as you're moving color around, my invitation is to get curious of how can you honor this body part, or how can you honor this area of your body that's coming through today? Because it chose to be seen today. It chose itself. It made you aware that it needed some noticing. And maybe it needed noticing because it needs some more care, some attention. Maybe it needed you to hear what it told you today. Maybe both. And we're just thinking, like, how much energy do we normally put into that body part? Is it something that you pay attention to often? Is it something you notice but you ignore? I'm curious about how often I pay attention to my ears. Sometimes, but I see how I could care for them more, listen. and inviting you to take out whatever you want to play with today, whether that's paint, markers, collage, and really like bring forth that body part. And it doesn't mean that you have to make that body part realistic, by no means. Maybe your body part wants to be celebrated with a color, with a texture, with flowers. Like, you listen and see how could you honor that body part and really bring it. Like, I keep doing this, like it wants to be, like it wants to emerge, it wants to be seen. So how can you do that today through whatever materials you have? I'm getting curious about how I get to do that. Let's see. Part of me wants to paint. Part of me wants to paint. Yep, I think I'm going to paint. That's what it wants. It wants paint. Mm-hmm. Are you asking if the, like, what part is of mine is coming through? What you asking? Oh. I was like, what's she saying? What is she doing over there? Okay. And I'm reminding myself I'm just having fun. Doesn't have to look a certain way. My ear just wants to be seen, wants to be appreciated. It's very into purple, apparently. Oh, pardon me. Yes. Thank you, friend. And I'm just going to continue to listen to it. And also encouraging you to put your word really large on the page. Let it be seen. And if you haven't already, get curious about it. What does that word mean for you? Do you know what your word means for you, or you need to get curious about it? Oh, Roberta, I see that. It took a while, but you kept listening and it came through. Lived. Yes. I love that. I'm going to leave my page alone for now. My go-to is to fill it, to cover it. And the biggest thing that I'm hearing right now is to sit in my discomfort. Sit in the discomfort that it's open. There's not a lot there. Oh, it's so ironic. It says enough. That's not why. That's not why the word came through. But as I'm saying that out loud, I'm looking at the word looking back at me on the screen. So, yeah, it's a lot of listening on our pages through this embodiment, through this body part. And I think that, you know, I don't know if this body part has been coming up for you in other ways, but if it hasn't, I feel like we have cracked something open, and just pay attention to it. Because again, I totally believe that it came through for whatever reason that it needed to. And yeah, I'm going to leave my page alone. I'm going to let it dry. Maybe it wants to sit under the full moon tomorrow. Maybe it does, as most of my pages do. They want to go outside. And right now it's telling me to sit in my discomfort. And I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen, because if I just choose to do what I want anyway, then it defeats the whole purpose of this work, right? If we're just going to do what we want anyway and not listen and not observe and not notice, then we're not going to get what we need through this work. And so that's why I'm in a constant state of reminder of saying, hey, if you don't understand it, it's okay. If it doesn't make sense, it's okay. But it's that practice of surrender and listening and being in the discomfort. Be in the discomfort of not knowing. Be in that practice. Identify where it shows up in your body. Does anybody want to share anything in the chat of anything that's come through so far for you? Or how you feel about it right now? How are you feeling? I shared that I'm in the discomfort of just being in the discomfort. How are you feeling? I feel like I'm already going to be doing more journaling on this page after all of this is dry. But I'm going to allow it to be in the step that it's in. Oh, good. You've got a re-energized feeling. That's fantabulous. Awesome. Anybody else want to share how they're feeling? If you're feeling confusion, not knowing, that's okay. That is absolutely okay. You're right on track. And I try to remind myself that the messages aren't always the obvious ones, right? Go deeper. Even in my journaling, I said, deeper, please, because I knew that I was doing some very surface level journaling. Ooh, resistance. Great observation. Love that. Yeah. You're probably over there like, you love my resistance. Because you're feeling, because it poked something, right? It poked something. And that something has been wanting to be seen. And remember the card that I pulled? Questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So, what could that be in terms of what's coming through here? How does this messaging apply to your page? I think this is some of the most incredible work ever. I can't imagine not going through my weeks without doing this work. It completely keeps me connected to who I be and who I'm becoming. It has taught me how to be my own bullshit detector. Just like when I'm journaling and some really basic journaling stuff is coming through, and then I could tell myself, go deeper. Like, that's not it, right? But you get to keep going because you're not there yet. See, my page is telling me to lift some of the expectations I've put on myself and remember to take my time to move my shoulders and appreciate my body. Ooh, I love that. I love that. That's so good. Yeah, there's definitely like a slowing down energy on my page of just like pause, be, exist, feel, pay attention, observe. Oh, interesting, Camille. What do you think that means for you? Oh, I love that visual though. Yeah, what do you think that means for you? Show your teeth. Ooh, what a great fucking message. That feels so raw and feral and alive. I love it. Yes, it totally has that energy. Yeah, there's like a claiming, taking up your space. I love it. Jean, you said, I feel like you were being the opposite of shiny object sage today. Oh, it's weird. It's weird. The embody, like really being present with the whole idea of embodiment and listening, it really does take me to a whole nother place. Like I totally feel different in my body when I'm in that space. And it's amazing that it doesn't take much to get me there. It's the breathing, it's the intention, it's the grounding. I mean, really, um when I wrote The Art of Intuitive Structure, and I'll be curious to see what you all think as you go through the book. Um, I really feel like The Art of Intuitive Structure, I mean, obviously it's 100% me, but I do feel like there's a depth and tenderness in the book that I like went to that level, and I don't think it's somewhere that I show a lot. I mean, yes, I'm tender. Yes, I'm deep. Yes, I'm compassionate. Yes, I'm transparent. But there was something about writing that book that took me a layer deeper. And I don't know if it's just something that I'm noticing. I'm curious from a reader's perspective if people notice anything like that. But I definitely felt it. I felt it the whole time I was writing it. I was like, wow. So, speaking of course, I'm going to plug the Spiral Path. If you've seen my email go through, I put together an epic 12-week experience, which is half book club, half writing lab, 12 weeks of exploring the art of intuitive structure. And I didn't plan it this way, but I think the work that we did here is totally in alignment with where I go in the art of intuitive structure. And so, yeah, this is a good taste of the kind of work we do in the book. So if you feel called and you want to spend 6 weeks in community reading The Art of Intuitive, and we're not just going to read it. Like, this isn't a book to just read. You got to be with it. We're going to do prompts together. We're going to do the creative activities together. We're going to obviously discuss the material together. So we'll be doing that the first 6 weeks starting on July 21st. And then we take a week break. And then folks who are doing the whole experience will be doing writing lab together. And we'll be working through the last 2 chapters of The Art of Intuitive Structure. I think this is phenomenal for everybody. I don't think you have to be at a beginning stage. I think that even folks who work with me in the Empowered Project or one-on-one, it's beneficial if you're struggling to get through mindset stuff, have a consistent practice. This is just another tool. This isn't a shiny object. If you've never worked with me before, but you've always been curious, this is an amazing moment to work with me for 12 weeks at this price point and the value and how deep we're going. Yeah, I just really believe in what I created. I saw the spiral path in my mind when I was writing the book. I knew that it was more than a book. I knew it was an entire experience. And so, yeah, this is your invitation. You are officially personally invited to come join me in the spiral path. And I'll put a link in here, but I'm sure you've gotten the email because y'all get my emails and you open them and you read them because you are rad human beings who support working creatives. And I see you. I couldn't do this work without you. So thank you. Thank you for being here today. You are supporting me and supporting yourself all at the same time. And I never, ever take that for granted. I always am in gratitude for the time you take out of your life. We all have full lives, and you take the time to come do this work in community with me, and that matters. And so, yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. I just want to always say that. I want you to know I don't ever not appreciate that I have the ability to do this work. Yeah, because I couldn't imagine doing anything else. So thank you for being a part of that. So, what's on your hearts? What's coming through? What do you want to share before we wrap up our party? I'm just staring at this page, looking back at me and all of its spaciousness, making me uncomfortable. Oh, man. Sit in your discomfort, Sage. That's what it's telling me. Jen, stretch and massage my shoulders. Maybe that gets to be a practice that you get to implement into your daily life. I'm definitely thinking about like this enough for me is I'm enough. I don't have to feel the need to like go out of my way to like prove that I'm enough, that by existing and being who I be, that is enough. That's what I feel like this is telling me. And what came through for me that was really potent was the ear was symbolizing, like, the deep moment for me was there came a point a few years ago where I really heard my laughter. I heard this like bigness in my laughter, this like claiming of my loud laugh. Like I feel like my laugh is kind of big and booming in a way. And I think I suppressed that for a long time because I didn't want to be too much and laugh too loud. Thank you. And now I just let it escape. Like I just let my laugh be as big and ridiculous as it needs to be. And it reminds me a lot of my paternal grandmother. She had a laugh that you could hear a mile away. And there seems to be this connection piece of how I let go and embodied this laughter that it's always been within me. So it's so much deeper than like a listening. There's the laughter piece, the grandmother piece, which if you've been hanging out with me for a while, you know the grandma piece comes up a lot for me. So there's a lot of juiciness in this page that just is simmering right now. It's still emerging. And that's why it's like, stop, let me be, let me do what I do on the page. Roberta, you said, re-embody my life force is the message I received today. I need to bring my pulse back online and ground it deep. Side message, lighting and roots are the same shape. Lighting and roots are the same shape. Oh, that's interesting. Lighting and roots are the same shape. Do you like how I'm saying that like 10 times? Lightning. Okay. I was trying to visualize that. Lightning and roots are the same shape. Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I was like, I don't understand the message. That's awesome. Yeah, that is interesting. Lightning and roots are the same shape. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So funny. My camera's crooked, so when my page is straight to me, it's crooked to y'all. And I got to do this number. I forgot how to spell in perimenopause. Oh, perimenopause. That's a page. That's a book. Oh, me. All right. Are there any other shares, comments, suggestions, shout outs, celebrations that you would like to do in the chat before we end this? Camille, you said the message is be feral, wild and free, and allow yourself to show anger. Yes. Yes, Camille. Yes. I love that. Nicole says lots to process. Oh yeah, we cracked up. So this is an egg that just cracked, y'all. This is, and I literally, hold on, because you know, I'd be witchy like that. I got an egg. I found it on a walk. Little baby came out of there, obviously. So I keep it because that's who I be in the world. We're like that little egg that just cracked open. And so don't try to get it right. Don't try to figure it out right away. Just allow what's coming through to make its way through you. Get curious, do more journaling, put the book outside if you want to, keep it inside if you want to, be with it. Everything that we create, we get to be in relationship with, whatever that looks like for us. Be with it. This wasn't just an hour, right? It's so much deeper than that. Okay. Do y'all feel good? Do something for your body. In all seriousness, whether that's hydrate, move your body, do some stretching. Because we did body work today. And so let's be tender and care for our bodies. I'm going to go outside and stretch and say hello to my chickens and see what they're up to, and then come back to work. I'm going on a chicken break, coffee chicken break. All right, friends, thanks for navigating the weird tech stuff with me and not giving up and staying. You know me, I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up. All right. I love you lots, and I will see you next time.